the best diet for unlocking your third eye and opening the pineal gland. Now, this video, I'm going to explain everything that you need to do to get on the alkaline side of life, start opening up your Kundalini pathways to open the Anya chakra, also known as the third eye, and experience higher consciousness. This is the complete breakdown. I'm going to talk about energy, I'm going to talk about the food, the proper diet, the yogic diet for experiencing higher consciousness. Now, this all comes down to understanding energy, what food really is. It is prana, it is pure life force energy. Now, some energy in the form of food is going to deplete your energy. For example, processed food, meat, dairy, a lot of these things are lower vibrational foods. They're going to bring your energy down. Now, I'm going to make it simple for you here, okay? In yoga, it's known as tamas, okay? That's the lower vibration. Tamasic food lowers your vibration. Then it goes to rajasic food. This is like a neutral food. It's kind of invigorating. It is not bad or good. It's more of a neutral point. And then we have the sattvic food. This is the high vibration. Sattvic means pure. We need to have pure living foods in order to increase our consciousness. There's no way around this. Now, I did a little pyramid down here. I'm going to break it all down for you, all right? Starting with a vegetarian diet. It's really obvious you need to cut out the meat, the dairy, okay? A lot of meat products, I mean, all meat products include violence. You have to start connecting the dots here. We're not talking about the physical macronutrients of food. That was created by the FDA, and America has no idea what yoga is all about or energy. So if you want real energy, if you want to experience higher consciousness, you gotta cut out the meat. You gotta get rid of it. It is violence. There is no ethical way to slaughter an animal and to consume its flesh and expect energy in return. Just doesn't work like that. So if you're not vegan yet, I highly suggest going vegan. I've been vegan over 12 years now. Probably the single greatest catalyst to projecting me onto my spiritual journey was going vegan. I highly suggest that. You have to start cutting out the toxic foods. I'm going to break down exactly what that means and also the foods that you need to eat in order to increase your consciousness up to the higher chakra centers, opening up the third eye, okay? Now, I'm going to just start with the trigger foods. All right, this is all the inflammation, all the inflammatory foods, okay? That includes anything that is acidic, right? So you got to cut out all of that junk, okay? All the processed food has got to go. All of the acidic food has got to go. In this culture in America, especially, we're consuming way too many protein-rich foods, okay? You got to make this simple, all right? Don't complicate this. The pyramid that I laid out down here, when it talks about whole foods, that's really what it comes down to. You don't need anything from a box. You don't need anything that is outside of the produce section in the grocery store, okay? That is real food. Everything else is acidic because it's chemical based and it's processed, all right? There are very few alkaline foods out there that come from a can or a box, right? Just think natural. Think what's in that produce section. What is going to bring you the most energy when you consume it? That is raw fruits and vegetables, hopefully in their whole form. They're not produced or processed into a different form. You're consuming the entire whole food. That is going to give you the most energy to help you unlock your third eye. Now, I have detox written up here and the pH, okay? We need to understand what that means. Now, through time, through the standard American diet, all that processed food, all that gunk, that is staying in your system. That's what calcifying the pineal gland means. It is completely hardened. Over time, because of the acid, it creates a stagnant energy flow and it blocks the energy meridians in your body, blocking your organ function. Now, the pineal gland is a literal organ in between the two hemispheres of the brain. That is what we call the third eye. Now, over time, you can loosen up that calcification with the alkaline diet, all right? That is the simple thing that you need to understand, is getting away from the acid side of chemistry and start embracing the alkaline side of chemistry. So what does that mean? That means wild Blueberries, #1 food. If you don't take anything else from this video, wild blueberries are by far my favorite food to consume for detoxing and increasing energy to the pineal gland, opening the third eye. There's a smoothie, great smoothie recipe right here on the channel. There's all kinds of things you can do to incorporate more wild foods into your diet. That is by far the #1 thing that will help you increase your psychic abilities and open up the pineal gland and experience the third eye vision from experiencing the higher consciousness from the wild foods. Now, going down the pyramid a little bit, we get into the alkaline foods, regular farmed fruits and vegetables, all of that. I just want you guys to think about it like this. It's very simple here. Ask yourself where that food was right when it picked itself, like a carrot. Let's say you pick it from the ground and you consume it right there 2 seconds later. That carrot is going to have the most energy, and you put it into your system, and therefore your energy gets activated and comes online. Now, the other end of that spectrum is a carrot that is pulled from the ground, processed into some carrot juice or something else, and it sits on a shelf for God knows how long, months later. Then you drink the carrot juice, not that much energy coming down the road, right? So just think about foods that you can get that have been quickly processed or quickly taken from its energy source, and allowing you to indulge and enjoy that energy. So growing your food is going to be the best. Now, I don't have, obviously if you could grow your own food, that is the best situation here. And then foraging as much food as you possibly can, that is the best scenario. And I understand that is a very high expectation. I don't expect all of you to do that. I just know that wild blueberries, specifically Weinmann's wild blueberries, are available pretty much at any grocery store, and they're from Maine. They're great wild blueberries. You can consume them in your smoothies, in your regular diet every day. You don't need to go forage your own food. I highly suggest you do. It's just, again, I don't have that expectation for everybody. So recognize energy. Everything that is experiencing that higher consciousness and energy, pulling you, uplifting your energy, that is the sattvic food. Now, this is more than just wild blueberries. Just think anything that is pure in its unadulterated form. All right, going down the list into neutral point, the rajasic foods, that is a lot of common foods that are out there. There's a lot of vegan substitute foods out there. Please watch out for the processed foods, the burgers, Beyond Meat, stuff like that is still very toxic. There's canola oil, a lot of processed food, and just very acidic ingredients in these so-called vegan foods. So just because it has the word vegan on it or it's labeled plant-based does not mean it's healthy, all right? We're talking specifically right here about detoxing and increasing energy up the spine, getting that kundalini flowing so you can unlock the Anya chakra, also known as the third eye. So increase your consciousness. Get the activation online when you go on the alkaline side of chemistry. Start moving that energy up. I know this is going to be challenging because why? You are addicted to the processed food. You're addicted to the sugar, the fast food, the salt, right? Everything that you're experiencing comes from that dopamine, that reactivity that comes, that happiness emotion that just, you get so riled up when you have the cheeseburger or the Snickers bar, or the cookie, the sweets, all of that stuff. Again, this is tamasic food. It is lowering your vibration. Now, once you understand that all food is energy, you're going to start consuming real high vibrational foods, and then everything just comes online. The upgrades start happening. Slowly, the pineal gland starts to decalcify. You can experience the light breaking through the organ, experiencing the higher consciousness from the Anya chakra opening up. So stick with the wild foods, the foraged foods. If you can get access to them, please get out there and forage them yourself. If not, get them from the grocery store. Stay away from all acidic foods. Fast food has got to go. Once you start eating these foods, you will be surprised how quickly the energy comes into your system. So you have more energy to meditate, more energy to get outside, do the things that you love to do in life, and your psychic abilities will come online. All the wonderful things that come online when your third eye is opened is going to happen when you are on this level, when you are increasing your consciousness. So thank you all for being here. I hope this video helped clarify a lot of the things. Shout out to everybody who's vegan already. Thank you for being the change right now. We all need more vegan. We all need more healthy, compassionate, loving people on the planet. So thank you for making that choice. This is not only for higher consciousness, but for the highest good of all, on awakening the consciousness on the human planet. So thank you. Seriously, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. Until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.
Remember, you are infinite spirit soul. The higher self is always guiding you.